Hello, this is Brian Casey of the Imaging Wire. We are here at RSNA 2025, and we're here with Sandy Coffta and Rebecca Farrington of Healthcare Administrative Partners. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
So Healthcare Administrative Partners does revenue cycle management for radiology providers. Rebecca, can you tell us a little bit about the company and what kind of services you offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been around for about 30 years. We do focus exclusively in radiology revenue cycle management. And so really that's all parts of the revenue cycle. We also offer standalone coding services, as well as a variety of practice management services. And so as you know, the market changes and groups evolve, and we know all the pressures that are going on in the industry, we really pride ourselves in being an extension of those groups, an extension of their practices, to really help them with the challenges that come up in the business of radiology.
And so when your customers, let's say an imaging center contracts with you, you're kind of taking all those financial tasks off their plate so they can really focus on patients.
Yeah, we absolutely can. So again, what we really do is we treat each client and each opportunity in a unique way, and see what their strengths and weaknesses may be, and then we fill in the appropriate way and really try to make sure that we're always offering value adds. And our scope of services is also very fluid, again, to make sure that we're meeting the needs of whatever our clients are looking for.
Very good. Sandy, can you talk a little bit about some of the services that you offer in more detail and maybe how they solve some of the challenges that radiology providers have?
We're really looking to take anything off their plates that is challenging them, whether that's help with retention and recruiting, whether that's improving their documentation to reduce denials, whether that's helping them to renegotiate insurance contracts or negotiate with their hospitals for stipends, anything to help them so they're free to do that job of taking care of patients, reading studies, focus on being a doctor.
All right, very good. Rebecca, what have been some of the milestones that you guys have seen during the year?
Well, I think for us, we're always focused really primarily on two areas. Can we continue to grow our business, and how do we grow our business, as well as making sure that we're doing an excellent job for our current clients. So when we enter in every year, our goal is to make sure that we have 100% client retention, so that we're keeping our clients, that we're exceeding their expectations. So for us, that was a really great objective that we met this year, which was 100% client retention again for this year. Also, it was really important for us to continue to expand our footprint. And so we've been able to add new clients in some key states like Michigan, Florida, California, Indiana. And so really continuing to find wonderful partners, regardless of where they are located geographically, and partners that are a really good fit for us, as well as us being a great fit for them. And so for us, if we can achieve both of those things every year, those are wonderful milestones that we look for as a barometer of our success.
Very good. And what are you guys talking about here at RSNA?
So we're really talking about partnerships, we're talking about management services, revenue cycle enhancement within revenue cycle, any kind of challenges that are coming up in the market. We're really kind of focused on making sure that we are sharing our subject expertise, our subject knowledge with radiology groups, with administrators, with hospitals, imaging centers. So really anything that touches the business of radiology, as well as how we kind of define our unique partnership with groups.
Great. Now, Sandy, you're really tied in pretty closely with the regulatory side of imaging, and you follow the reimbursement situation pretty closely. What's going on in 2026 that radiology providers might want to kind of keep an eye on?
Of course, we have the Medicare final rule that came out recently. We are seeing for the first time in a long time an increase in overall reimbursement, although it is small, maybe 0.8 to 1% depending on the practice. We are seeing for the first time Medicare differentiating between paying hospital-employed physicians and independent physicians with slightly lower reimbursement for hospital-based, which may impact employment trends. And one of the big concerns this year is the bundling of the CTA head and neck codes. Previously, these are separate codes. And unfortunately, much like when they bundled CT of abdomen pelvis back a bunch of years ago, the reimbursement is going to be significantly lower, about 26% across the two codes. So practices need to be aware of that.
All right, very good. Well, something to look out for. Well, Sandy Coffta, Rebecca Farrington of Healthcare Administrative Partners, thanks so much for being with us again.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Always great to see you every year.
Thanks, Brian. Good to see you again.
Have a great meeting.
Take care. Thank you.
Signing off for the Imaging Wire, my name is Brian Casey.